Hey everyone, this is Kenneth Hare coming to you, Pastor Kenneth Hare, better known as PK. This is my PKM ministry page for the ministry purpose um, for the New Birth Center PKM ministry. Also, my page for books and everything. I'm in the process of writing on a new book, and it's called "How Did I Get Here?" It's a spiritual thing, and I want to actually come and talk about the book some because it is actually volume two to volume one. Volume one is actually How Did I Get Here? A Judgment Seat Experience. And I wrote that book and published it in 2018. After I published the book, or in the process of getting that book ready to be published, rather, I gave loaned it to a couple of people, let them read it and have insight to what was taking place. They proofread it, did different stuff for me, and came back and told me what they thought and different stuff. Well, along that progress of doing different things on that nature, there was a couple of people that gave their lives to the Lord before the book was published. Then because I wrote the book, and then after the book was published, there was several other people that gave their lives to the Lord. So I would say probably like total maybe around 500 people gave their lives to the Lord from 2018 to throughout from the book, which was awesome because that was one of the purposes that the book was wrote for. So then a lot of people started asking me when I was going to continue to volume two. I broke off, stopped for some years. I wanted to keep going, but life things got in the way, mainly me. And I wanted to keep going and keep having that progress of doing stuff. And then, so what happened was, I prayed, talked to the Lord, conversated, and did a lot of different things on that nature to get it start going. I did actually start the progress of writing, but I didn't actually go deep into it like I did here recently. So, over the last couple of months of this year, I would say like the middle part of this year, I actually an event, a situation took place, and I actually prayed about it, and I kept consulting and praying and talking to the Lord concerning it. And then what ended up happening is that I actually sit down and started writing on the book. Now my intentions on writing on the book was because I wrote on it in the beginning, immediately after the first book was written, and I just kind of like pushed it to the side. And as a writer, if you're a writer, so you will understand these things. If you're not a writer, you're gonna understand some. As a writer, there's a lot of times where we just get this blank, this where we can't write it all, no matter I don't care what you do. And then there's times when you're flowing so heavily that you just want to just write, 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 write. And I got into a stage where I think I hit that tempo of where I couldn't write, and I was just there. I couldn't do anything that I was doing. And then all of a sudden I started back writing. And then I stopped. Then I started back again. Well, this particular time here is that I actually went back, looked at the things that I wrote in the past, came back and grabbed hold of things that I started writing today and now. And I sit down a couple of times over the last couple of months, and I sit down and wrote more and more and more on the book. Now I'm actually up to chapter. I think I done wrote like 6 chapters of the book, but I'm actually going back through chapter five. 4 and 5 is kind of like tying them together. Chapter six is already written, so I'm kind of doing different stuff in it. My goal is to have this book complete and ready by 2025. I'm not sure if I'm going to have it in January, but I definitely want to have it out by 2025. I will come back and do another video on it. But I want to talk more about the book because I want people to get a better understanding of the book. I know why the book has to be published and why it is necessary for you to get the book in your hand. And this is important because without you having this book in your hand, it's just basically a book, just a book on the shelf as well. So I'm gonna come back onto another little video and tell you more about the book in just one moment. Because I want to actually tell you more about the first book for volume one, and then I want to tell you more about the second book on what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna only do this in quick little settings so it can be better, and you can get a better understanding of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, and the whole purpose of what it's for. So this is a 5-minute video. I'll come back and do another 5-minute video in just one moment.